She's taking a fucking crazy ass dive.
Yo, 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 what's up, stream? Yo, my bad. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties getting the stream started, but now we're up and running. I know we're a little bit late, but hey, at least we're here. Market's already open, as you can see. Let's hurry up and catch up. Yo, 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 welcome. Yo, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Getting a couple things set up here real quick. Give me just a moment. All right, here we go. This thing might be coming down here. This thing might be coming down, fellas. Let's give it some time till we know for sure what's going on. We've only got 2 candlesticks here on the 5 minutes, so it's not really a whole lot of information to go off yet. We need some more candlesticks and some market structure on the charts to know what we're doing here. So let's start lining everything up. All right, here we go. Let's get started. Let's do this very quick. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go as fast as I can here. Oh shit! Yeah, we're coming down. This is a reversal candle right there. Coming down here. All right, let's real quick go to the hourly. We got support there. We got resistance up here. Just gonna do this very fast. Okay, let's go out. All right, let's see. Yeah, this thing has been ripping for days. Market's been going straight up. I think we're finally gonna see a red day today. go to the ES here as well. Chart. Here we are right here. This is the part here where we start lining up our trend line. We got a trend here, and it looks like we broke the trend already. Okay, so we broke this trend. This bottom line, this support should act as resistance. So we shouldn't go higher than this. We shouldn't go higher than here. If we do go up, we should be finding some kind of resistance up here. Right? Because the case is, it probably wants to pull back to some area of support. Okay, we found some support here at this previous resistance. But this might come down one more time and then shoot up. With that being said, we do have another trend probably here. That's the case. Let's go ahead and actually take that off of there. So for the day, I'm looking to become a seller if we reject these highs. I'm looking for some shorts here. We're gonna get the same case scenario here on the Qs as well. Just looks different because I got the QQQ here. If I go to the NQ, it'll look like this. All right, so I want to become a seller up here. Possibly down here. This could be a spot as well to find sellers. Trying to get this done real quick since we're a little behind. We do have a supply zone here. It's a good spot to sell from. Very choppy start to the day. Go to the 5 here as well. Okay, so we're almost done marking these hourly support zones. It's important to be aware of where you're buying and where you're selling so that you have good entries, good position on your contracts. Same way you would buy a house if it's at a good price, right? If it's low, you would buy it. But if it's at the highest price possible, you probably would think twice about it, you know? So same thing here, marking up our chart so we know for sure we're buying at a good price. Okay, shoot, thing's selling off. We get a strong close on this candle. This side we're coming down, like I said, looking for us to come down. We got support right here. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so it's 9:47 and we have already created our 15-minute range. Let's set that up real quick. That's gonna give us this direction for the day or help with it. And it'll also let us know if it's gonna be a choppy day as well. All right, so now that we did this very quick, all right, so I want to sell this market. I want to sell this market right now. I'm looking to get a strong close of this red candle here so I can sell it, but we have to be cautious that there's a supply zone here. That's why I want to see a strong close, because if it wakes up, see that long stick, just, you know what I'm saying, just like we did here, could be going back up again. But it's a pretty strong sell up these highs right here. Go ahead and add the indicators here. Damn. We love it. We get some kind of pullback and retest right here. We get some kind of pullback and retest. This is for the Qs, by the way. This is for the Qs. So it is already pulling back. Gotta be patient here. We had a huge sell-off overnight. And I think this wants to come back, retest down here before it shoots back up again. So something more like this, come up, retest, and go back up again. So I'm looking to become a seller up here, and I'm looking to become a buyer down at these lows. Down at the lows, man. Right, we can see these. Okay, we have some strong buying power here. We have some strong buyers right here for a moment. But then look how immediately the sellers show right up, right? Usually when you get strength and it looks like it's gonna continue, you don't usually get these huge red candles. Okay? So I look at it as prices being rejected at these highs. Does that make sense? We had this uptrend break right here too. We had this uptrend break. So I'm looking for this support to now act as resistance here for me to get my sell. But it's not giving us that yet. So we have to wait, be patient. The Q's up over here on the right side for you guys. Who here trading the Q's? There it is, smash that support zone there. Now the question is, will this reverse and go back up again? All right, so step number one, you're gonna start by first asking yourself, what is the market condition? Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Or are we in a range? That should be the question of the day. Let me take this off here. Okay, so if you look at this price action, right? Let's make this very simple. This right here is what an uptrend looks like. This right here is an uptrend. This is an uptrend right there. Okay. This right here. This right here. This right here. It's a range. And this down here is another range. This is what we call chop. We call sideways market. But this I will call a range as well. So this is the number one piece of the puzzle. Is knowing the market is in a range condition. I like to say it's like the weather, right? It's a rainy day. It's choppy, it's going sideways. And when it's ranging, you're gonna notice the market will bounce from the same area, right? From the same support, resistance, support, resistance, so on and so forth. So that being the case, if that is the market condition, I should be looking to buy down at these lows, and I should be looking to sell up at these highs right over here. But then what happens when the market breaks out? Because it's eventually going to break out either to the upside or to the downside. So I'm going to, first, I want to see a clear push outside of the range. And any pullback and retest that you get to this support of the range is going to be a point where you can sell the market right here. So where you would normally buy in the same spot, now I'm looking to sell, because by the market doing this kind of move, it's basically showing me that there's a shift in the market, right? It's a shift going up, sideways, right? Sideways means it's finding its balance between buyers and sellers. So now I'm looking for it to shift if it's going to break out of this range. And that's pretty much it. But if I do want to buy this, there's one thing that needs to happen. I need to see a break of this resistance right up here, because this resistance is a point of control for the sellers. Every time we go up, we sell from it. Go up, touch it, sell from it. Go up, touch it, sell from it. It'll look more like this. Okay. So if we get a clean break, outside of this trend line or resistance, I prefer pullback and a retest, because it allows me to buy it lower, right? Rather than buying it as it's looking like, as it's ripping and it's looking strong, and buying it up here, if I could get a discount, buy it a little bit lower, pullback and a retest, that's even better. That's even better. Okay, so let me take off this range here. What's another piece of the puzzle here? We have a gap as well. From yesterday's close to today's open, notice that there's no candlesticks there. This means that there's an inefficiency there in the chart, and the market likes to fill these gaps before it continues on its path. Maybe it wants to go lower or maybe higher, but in this case, we could see a move lower after we fill the gap. There it is. It's breaking out. It's breaking out. Ooh, buyers are really strong there. We might be going for this gap fill. Okay, so this gap might be filling. So what I'm gonna do is I'll jump in. I'll buy right here, and what I'll do is I'll go light on it. Right? I'll go light on it because if it gives me this pullback and allows me to buy it cheaper, then I can buy more. Right? I'm buying here, and then I'll buy more down here as well. So then I'll place another buy order there. Right? Because you don't. If the opportunity is really good, then I like to, for one, not miss out on it. But if it's not the best entry, if I'm not getting in at the best price, then I'm going to go light, very light on it. But if I get that pullback and retest, then I can put a little bit more money on the line. Because for one, like I said, I'm buying lower, and it's giving me more potential profits and lower risk. Y'all taking notes, yo? Take some notes. You want to make money, man. This is what you need to know. You need to know how the market moves. You need to know how the market moves. I would like us to hold above this area right here. Would be nice. It's fine if it pulls back. It's fine, but not too much or not too aggressive. You don't want to see a huge red candle here. If you see a huge red candle, then it's giving you signs that it's the attempt to push higher is probably not going to work. It's probably not going to work. Kind of stuck here, bouncing in between. Okay, coming up here very strong, but then we hit the supply zone. This is overnight price action. So we'll see how this is gonna hold up here. This is still very choppy right here. This is still very choppy. Price is just, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy right now. This is hard to trade right here. This is very hard to trade. All right, now we just chill and wait, see what the market has to say about this move higher. Another thing we can do here is add some volume. Where's my volume indicator? Where's my volume indicator? Pulling back. You see, this is why I didn't want to. I didn't want to. That's why I said this is not the best entry up here, because it usually breaks out, pulls back and retests, and then it pushes. This is certain things that the market always does all the time, and then there's some things that it'll do it sometimes. It's not 100% of the time that I do it. It's more probability based. Everything we say here is probability based. There's a good chance it'll pull back. There's a good chance it'll fill this gap. Do I know if it's gonna do it? No. But you have to, right? You read the charts, you look at the candlesticks, you read the market structure, the market condition, and then you make a calculated decision on whether you think it's going up and down. And then you calculate your risk. How much am I willing to risk to find out if the market is really going to go up here? Am I willing to risk $20? Am I willing to risk 50 to make 200? Am I willing to risk 100 to make 300? Am I willing, what are you willing to risk to find out, right, if what you're seeing is correct? That's the part after that you have to, after you do your technical analysis and you're like, okay, I think it's gonna fill the gap. All right, well, I'm gonna maybe buy here and I'm gonna risk $100 to make maybe 400 if it works out. Or I'm gonna risk $100 to see if I can make $200. There's always, every time you take a trade, there's always gonna be risk on the table. There's always gonna be risk. I don't like the way that this is pulling back now. I kind of wanted to see just a clean pullback. Meaning no green candles after this one. Let me take this out of the way. So after this candlestick, kind of just want to see a nice slow pullback to retest. Now we have what looks like a flag. It's a bull flag, which is a pattern. Okay. Indicates if we break out of this, flag, it gives us an idea of where we can clearly enter longs as it breaks out of this resistance, and then it gives us a clear entry, a clear place for a stop loss. Okay. So as you start to look at the charts, you're gonna start seeing these things. I'm looking for this to hold. Looking for price to reverse here. I'm not liking that. Not liking this push to the downside. I am gonna close. I'm gonna close. I'm gonna close. So you see, this is why like that pullback and retest is essential. That pullback and retest is essential, but we didn't get any confirmation here at the retest. So no reason for me to add to the position if we did not get that retest, right? And it's not a big deal because I wasn't risking too much entering up here. I caught out as it was breaking out, so I was able to keep my risk a little bit tighter. by not entering all the way at the high. So what I do now is I wait. We get a nice strong green candle here again. Then I'll enter back in. And now we'll have the pullback, the retest, and the confirmation. So this one I would go a little heavier on. Yeah, we still got some of this we still have some of this, want to call it maybe indecision in the market from yesterday, right? The market yesterday was very just wild, right? Look at the price action from yesterday, just chop, right? So we kind of carrying that on to today a little bit. You can tell by the wicks of these candles, right? The wicks of these candles. When you see so much wicks like that at the market open, it's gonna be a rough day. Same thing yesterday, rough day. See the wicks? See, it's rough day. When you don't see them, look at day before yesterday, the open, right? Smooth price action. That's what we want to look for. This is fine. It's not too much. We still got a good move up here that day. You go back, and this little area right here, look at all the wicks. Okay, it's just choppy, too choppy. So you can start to compare different days and kind of reinforce your knowledge on what you think will happen based on how the market's behaving, right? So consider that. I'm thinking majority of the people are probably looking at this gap as well and thinking, okay, we're gonna fill this gap. And sometimes when it's too obvious, when the play is too obvious, it oftentimes will tend to fail. So this could be a trap to move lower, or I see a fair value gap here. If we can inverse this gap right here, if we can inverse this gap with a green candle, then I'm interested in buying it here again. But if it does this, if it goes up here, if it goes up here as it's going up, it starts to come down and then does this, then most cases it's a sign that the buyers are weak, trying to get higher than this fair value gap, and it's going to come down. So it's very specific details, like, you know, looking at how the candles form and how they look, that you tend to decide, okay, this is going to go up or it's going to go down. So you need that attention to detail. No, I'm throwing a lot at you guys, but yeah, let me know if you have any questions on what I'm breaking down. Pull back. Looks like we got that retest here. Ooh, you see what I was just talking about? I was just talking about, right? Will we inverse this fair value gap, or will it shrink as it's going up? Will it shrink? Right? If you're seeing green and then hits here and then shrinks and turns red, what is it telling you? You get it close below here now. I'm pretty convinced this has the potential to go lower, because we're still at the low of this range, right? We're still at the low of this range. So really the preferred sell method is to wait for the break and retest. That's the preferred way, or the safest way. Safest way right there. It's now 17 past 10, and still market's still a little bit choppy. It's feeling like yesterday, you know, just choppy and not very smooth price action. So that might be a sign for us to take it easy, be patient, and wait for a setup. So take it easy, guys. Don't rush to just trade, right? Just try and watch the price, right? I'm just watching the price, and I'm trying to pick up anything that that I feel might be important to know or to consider. Because you can't lose a lot of money in this business. You can't lose a lot of money. So it's important to be sure what you're seeing, what you're doing. Don't just jump into anything crazy, and you know, I'm chilling. I'm not taking a trade, so I'm not taking risks. It's better not to lose than to try to rush and, you know, be desperate to win, make some money, and then end up losing. Just gonna chill. We'll see if this retest plays out. If it doesn't, then we'll want to see a break and retest below. There's the retest, right? There's the buyers at the retest. Very strong sign here that buyers are looking to see this through, go higher. And because this fair value gap here, I want to see the close of this candle first before I jump in and buy this market. And there it is. We got a good close. Got a good close there, guys. Keep my wrist very tight on this one and aim for 1 and 2. This is the action that I wanted to see. I wanted to see the green overlap this gap right here. That's what I wanted to see. I got what I was looking for. Okay. I got what I was looking for. So now this is the one I normally go heavier on. This is where I now add some size, you know, put a lot of money on the line. It's a good setup, you know. And also I keep my wrist tight. If it pulls back to the low of this candle, I'm out. Pulls back, I'm out. Simple as that. Not gonna wait. No, let's see what happens. Nope. Pulls back here, I'm out immediately. Not liking that red candle there. It's feeling like a trap. I want to see another green candle here. Just quickly go above that red candle. I want to see quickly buyers go above that red candle. The reason I want to see that is because at any point I could decide, okay, I'm gonna close this trade. I don't like how it looks. I can close. I don't have to wait for a price to, you know, you can control your risk, how much you're losing, and you can close the trade at any moment. So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, I got my signal to buy here, which is great, cool. But now I want to see follow through. I want to see two or three more green candlesticks in the same direction, right? 2 or 3 of them to show me, okay, we're going to continue, right? Because the market is the trickiest shit you'll ever see. Like, you can have everything, you can have the most perfect strategy, the most perfect setup, and it's still not gonna, you're never gonna have 100% win rate. But what can increase your profitability is your ability to read the market, right, and to judge whether this thing is gonna play out in my favor or it's not. Looking good so far. Didn't like that, didn't like that. I want to see that green candle close above this red one. This is feeling like a trap. Don't like it, don't like it. I'm gonna cut some of my size down a little bit. This is dragging a little bit more than what I like it to. So no worries, I just lower. Oh wait, it's about to go. Okay, now she's going. She's going. What I'll do is I'll cut my size down in half. If we run this low, I'll cut my size down in half, and then I'll still hold the rest of my contracts to see if it goes up. Right? I'm just trying to manage my risk, right? And making sure I don't risk too much on this play. Being choppy yesterday, yep. Choppy day, man. Choppy day. If this play works out, man, I'm good for the day. I'm so good for the day, man. I'm so good for the day. Alright, we got a strong green candlestick there. I want to see us really get above this little gap that's here. I would really love to see it. A push above this little gap right here. It's kind of like hurting me right now. This little gap between these candles, yo, I'm really not liking this shit. I'm really not liking that. Really not liking that. There you go. I cut half of my size. Cutting half of my size there. Controlling risk. And what I'll do if it goes back up again, right? It's coming down. As it goes back up again, if you get above this high right here, I'll add those contracts back on. But until we come back up, then I'm not going to add them. I'm just going to keep my risk low as possible here. And it's a very choppy market. It's very tricky. It's, you know, it's kind of showing a lower high here. This is a high. This is a lower high here. So showing weakness on the buy side. I want to see us quickly get above this high. And it's not doing that very quick. So very slow, very slow, very slow. So what I'll do is if we stay above here, cool. This is my risk right here. Go ahead and remove that. Keep the charts a little cleaner. This is a huge candle right there. No wick on it. Don't like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and close that trade. I'll just wait and re-enter if it gives me another confirmation. But yeah, this is just not what I want to see here. Then like us, I saw this little gap in between the candles, right? And I just didn't like that. That's why I wanted to get above this red candle here. But it is what it is. Okay, let's go ahead and take this off. We broke this support. All right, this market's going down so far as we can see. It lost its desire to go up. And if it's not going up, then it's only one other direction it's going. That's down. That is down. Very, very choppy day, man. Today might be one of those days where it's like, you know, maybe just a couple tries and cut it for the day. I like to see it close below this support right here from the sell side. We get that break below, then I'm looking for this thing to come back all the way, crashing down all the way down here. Just looking for that strong closure there. Or you can take the breakout. You can take the anticipate the move and get in a little bit earlier. Sometimes it helps keep the risk tighter. Just go on what you feel like. You know, if you feel like this is really gonna come down, then just get in. Now it's a good time. But if we get that close below this range low, then there's more confirmation that it is coming down. A little bit more comfortable to hold. It's coming down. So this is probably gonna have continuation to the downside, because as you can see here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 candlesticks, 4 red candles after giving us the initial quote-unquote entry. This is how the market is manipulated, right? They know what we're looking for, so they manipulate the market to show you, you know what I'm saying, visually show you, okay, it's going up, and then it's like perfectly knowing, if you know you should, you know, if you see a buying setup, it's almost like you should go against your thoughts sometimes. But that's just the market. That's just the market. What we doing? What we doing? Is this gonna reverse? It's gonna keep going. There we go. We got that close below. We got that strong close below the 15-minute range. Be smooth sailing now. Hopefully, get out of this chop. Anybody on the shorts? Or you're waiting for a pullback or something? She's moving. You'll see that pullback and retest. Very small. Goes below, pullback. Right? Very small pullback. That's just microscopic, but it's there. All right, let's flush this, man. Sellers need to stop playing with us, man. I know I'm at least targeting these equal lows right here. I know that's gonna get tagged. You can take some profit here and then leave some runners, maybe to just keep going. Right? But I would definitely take some profit. Call this target 1. Why don't we? Target 1. You know, the Qs, exactly the same thing. Qs and QQQ, I mean the QQQs and NQ are practically the same exact thing. Alright, so I've taken, so let's take the trading plan. How many trades am I gonna take? Let's do 3 to 5, depending on the day, right? If the day's really good, and you know, it's a kind of day where you get a lot of setups. This day you don't typically get too many setups because it spends a lot of time just chopping, so you don't get to trade very much in this kind of market. So maybe we could take 3 to 5. It's fun to have this plan ready to go because I'm gonna start doing this on the live stream because this is what gonna give you that consistency in trading. That's how you get money from traders. Yeah, they tricky, man. They tricky. Now they're ripping this back up again. They're ripping this back up again. That makes no sense, dude. That makes no sense. once this low right here goes, it's gonna come down pretty fast. I think this will be my last trade for the day, man. Today's price action is just like yesterday's, and I'm not looking forward to trade 5 hours of chop. I'll trade it if it's good, you know. The market's good, I'll trade it. But if it's gonna be like this, I'll pass on it. It's not really important for me to trade this like this, you know. I'm gonna wait for this. See this this trend line holds here. It's not gonna be like it wants to hold at all, but see. Yeah, this is looking like a trap. They're gonna now rip it back up all the way. They're gonna fill the gap now, watch. Now it's gonna go like this. Tricky ass market. Yeah, today if you're in the green, you took a trade or two and you're in the green, I recommend just taking your profits and calling it a day as quick as possible. Because this market, it'll draw you in, giving you crappy opportunities. It'll look good at the moment. When you take it, it looks the best. It gives you all the signs. It gives you the break and close, the retest. It gives you everything. And then it's just heavily manipulated right now. It's just heavily manipulated. Just like yesterday. It's just like yesterday. Anyways, I'm about to get stopped out here. Alright. Go ahead and close that trade. Let's just wait and see what the market wants to do. We are inside a fair value gap here, sell side. Sell side, sell side. You know, if it closes above it, the only line of defense you have left, right? The only line of defense you have left is this kind of trend line coming down right here. Oh, it's just turning around. It's turning around. I got my trigger on the mouse ready to close it if it's looking like this high is holding right here. I'm ready to close. If it starts to push down, I'll hold, but if not, I'm ready to close it. I got my finger on the trigger here. Quick 120 on the Qs. Nice. Congrats, man. Good job. Good job. This market is just weird, man. I don't know what's going on. This is one of the hardest trading week I've ever had since I started trading 3 years ago. Hardest trading week, bro. 3 years. It's just tough. But it is what it is. We can't control the market. We can control what we do. Alright. What else can we add here to the trading plan, yo? You gotta have a plan. When do we stop? When do you stop trading? Is it a time? Is it time based? 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock? Say about between 11 and 11:30 is like my cutoff time. That's my cutoff. Of course, I'm gonna be here at open, so this is still 9 to 11. Oh wow, now it's coming down. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me, bro? Are you freaking kidding me? All right, man. I'm gonna call it a day, man. This is I can't help nobody here, man. This is just not. This is just better. Just as I'd rather spend my time maybe watching some videos or learning more about trading or doing something else, man. Because this is just not good trading conditions. trade at your own risk. Have fun. If you like to lose money, have fun with that. But this market is just basically, all I'm saying is this market's not good. But if it's good for you, then by all means, make your money, get freaking rich. But yeah, this market's just it's not having a clear direction here. Look how this is a support, right? This right here is support, and it's saying and it's doing this, right? Hold up. Right, so we have support here, and it's what the fuck is that, right? Right, it's supposed to we're either supposed to, right, bounce off support or break below, retest and come down, but this just no. Call it a day. Tomorrow might be hot, maybe next week, maybe there's a lot of shit going on with Trump and Saudi and all the the shit that's going on in the world. But today is just a good learning day, man. It's just chop. We got chop yesterday, some more chop today. But yeah, this is not a good trading market. At this point, just trade the edges. Sell here, and I would say buy down here. Right, trade the edges. Right, if this is a trend coming down, right, just trade. Enter here. The middle, you already know what's gonna happen. You enter in the middle, you're gonna get whiplash. All right, yo, enjoy the rest of the day, yo. It's 10:53 right now, so still pretty early. Good time to get that gym session in. Good time to step outside, get some sun, or grab a coffee, grab some food. But if the market's not working in your favor, man, no need to rush it. No need to push it. All right. Take care, y'all. Thanks for joining the stream. Make sure you hit that like on the way out. I really appreciate it. And I'll hit you guys up later, man. Take care. Peace.